Hey, homegirl, welcome to the Girl Just Heal podcast, where together we learn how to navigate our healing journeys in a way that challenges us to destroy limits and break down walls that have been keeping us subject to our trauma. I am your host, your favorite homegirl, Neimoya Basden. And just like you, I am on this healing journey, navigating the ups and downs of this thing called life, while simultaneously allowing God to usher me right into the place where He wants me to be. So get comfy, grab your journal, and let's talk about all the ways we can heal, grow, and evolve together. Hey, homegirls, welcome to the Girl Just Heal podcast. I'm Neimoya Basden, and Chad, listen. So how are you doing? How are you healing? How are you feeling? Y'all know it's time to check in, okay? It is our weekly check-in. I want to know how y'all are doing. I want to see y'all flood the comments. Just let me know how y'all are doing, how y'all are feeling. How have you been navigating life? How have you been navigating your healing journey? Just all of the things. Y'all know it's time to check in and let me know, because I want to know what's going on with y'all, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get into this episode. We're going to start out with some homegirl updates. So, okay, I feel like a broken record, but it is what it is, baby. The Girl Just Heal Conference is happening September 2024. We are having a 2-day conference this year, so make sure that if you haven't already gotten your tickets, homegirl, you need to go to girljustheal.com, click on that conference tab, and go ahead and get your spot, okay? Go ahead and get your ticket. Register now for the conference. The homegirls are constantly coming through. Okay, the homegirls still eating them tickets up, and I just know it's going to be a wonderful time. I'm very excited. I was actually thinking about the conference the other day, and I'm like, man, like, God really finna do something in this room. So if you have not gotten your ticket, go ahead and get your ticket. I promise you will not regret it. Just meet us in the room. It's going to be so many homegirls from all across the world that are just congregating in one central area so that we can heal, grow, and evolve together in person. Y'all know we've been doing this virtually for over a year now. So now it's time to really just come together and do this in person and just do what God is calling me to do. Follow the assignment and bring y'all along the way, help y'all through, help y'all overcome, help y'all become the best version of yourselves. So if you haven't gotten your ticket, the link is down in the description of this episode. Go ahead and get your ticket, baby. Listen, get that ticket, okay? That's all I'm gonna say is get that ticket. The next homegirl update, y'all already know, baby, the homegirl still eating up these Girl Just Heal prayer cards, okay? So if you haven't gotten your pack of Girl Just Heal prayer cards, go ahead and get your pack of Girl Just Heal prayer cards. These are such a wonderful, wonderful tool. Some of the homegirls have been sending me their best prayer card jingle, and I'm telling you, if you ain't sent yours in yet, you got a little competition, okay? Because the homegirls they've been giving the energy that I imagined y'all would give, but I didn't know y'all was going to come like that. So make sure you get your prayer cards. And once you get your pack of prayer cards, go ahead and send me your best prayer card jingle, okay? And if you don't know the prayer card jingle, just stay tuned a little longer and you're going to hear me do the prayer card jingle. But make sure you go ahead and get your prayer cards. Go to girljustheal.com and you can secure your pack of prayer cards. So first off, before we get into the prayer cards, y'all already know we are going to read a review and we're going to shout out a homegirl. Let's see. Today's review comes from Ash V Dubs, and it says thank you, and she did leave a 5-star rating, so thank you so much for your review, homegirl. It says, I'm so thankful to have stumbled on this podcast. You're such a beautiful light in our darkness. I've recently come back to God after trying to figure everything out on my own for far too long. I'm at a point of surrender to Him. Yes, and your podcast helps me feel not so alone. It motivates me to continue to be a loving light despite my struggles, and to check myself is in all caps, in my reactions and thoughts. So thankful for you and all you do. Listen, Ash V Dubs, baby, Okay, I love it. I love it so much. Thank you so much for this review. Thank you so much for just taking time out of your day to leave this review. I absolutely love reading y'all reviews. Like, y'all be encouraging me so much and y'all don't even know it. Just me reading these reviews is just so encouraging, and I'm so very thankful and very grateful for each and every one of y'all, because y'all ain't got to tell your homegirl nothing, but y'all be showing up and y'all let me know. So I truly, truly appreciate that. So now it is time for the most favorite part of the episode. And if you know, then you know, okay? It is time for the prayer cards. And I want you to get your best singing voice on, okay? Because we about to do this prayer card jingle real quick, all right? Y'all ready? It is time for the prayer cards. Prayer cards. It is time for the prayer cards. Prayer cards. 8. Prayer cards. Prayer cards. 8. 8. 8. It is time for the prayer cards, y'all. It's time to get that word in, baby. Y'all know these scriptures be hidden, okay? And they be hidden. They be meeting us where we at. They be checking us, doing all of the things. And it is time to see how we about to get checked today, okay? How we about to get checked today. Because not only, I know y'all be leaving me all these DMs and all these comments talking about how I came for y'all and how I just read y'all and checked y'all, baby. Let me tell you something. I be reading and checking myself, and I just be like, Lord, I hear you, Lord. I hear you. All right, so today's scripture comes from 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7, and it says, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. And this scripture is pretty self-explanatory. Again, it says, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. So giving all your burdens, everything that's heavy, everything that's worrying you, all the anxiety, all the frustration, all the stress, all the depression, casting that on God, for God cares for you. God cares about you. He cares about what you're going through. And I don't know what it is with a lot of people in this generation that they feel like God don't care about them. God don't care what I'm going through, because Lord, if you cared about me, if you cared about what I was going through, for one, you wouldn't have even allowed me to go through this storm. For one, you wouldn't have allowed me to go through this trial and this tribulation. But we fail to realize that we are going through trials and tribulations, not just because God wants to see us out here hurt and he wants to see us out here broken and damaged, but because we need to grow, we need to elevate, we need to evolve. And there's no way for us to do those things if we don't go through something. It's just like with you having success. If you don't fail at a couple of things, you ain't gonna know how to appreciate the success. You ain't gonna even know how to identify success once it happens, because you gonna think that everything has been all good and everything's been going your way for 35 years. And now that you've hit rock bottom, you don't even know how to identify that, because you think that everything is supposed to be peaches and cream. But baby, sometimes we gotta make mistakes. We gotta make bad decisions. We gotta go through failures so we can grow through that. We not just out here going through stuff just to be going through stuff. And I say that a lot of the time because a lot of people don't understand that we ain't just going through all of these hard times just to go through a hard time. We have to decide to grow through that. What lessons are you learning through going through that hard time? Okay. When you are faced with a trial and a tribulation, what are you learning? What growth are you taking from that situation? Or are you going into that situation and coming out of that situation the same exact way? And listen, let me just tell you this. It should never be that you are going through a tough situation and you come out the same exact way that you went in. And I understand that different situations and different people handle situations differently. I understand that. I understand that you may have to go through that situation for 7 months versus somebody who got it in 2 months and came out. I did an episode last week, and one of the things I said in the episode was to comment, I came out untouched. And it was a lot of people that did comment that, but then I saw some who commented and said, I didn't come out untouched, and that's okay. And I wanted to just come and bring that up again. And like, this is the perfect segue for that. I didn't even know that I would be able to bring that up on this episode, but this is the perfect time for me to bring this up, because it is okay if you go through a situation and you need a little extra time to get through that situation. You need a little extra time to grow through that. You need a little extra time to come out on the other side of that situation. This is not a race. Healing is not a race. And I say that all the time because people don't understand. And the reason I know people don't understand is because of the language. You still going through that? Girl, you still dealing with anxiety? You still dealing with depression? And sometimes I just be looking like, what you mean I'm still dealing with it? Like who said when it was going to end? Like, who said that I was going to come out as soon as you think I'm going to come out? Yes, I'm still dealing with it. Yes, I'm still working through it. Yes, I'm still going through it. Yes, God still has his hands on me. But guess what? This is not the end for me. This is not the end all be all. This ain't all she wrote. I'm coming out of this. But just because I'm not coming out of it as fast as you want me to come out of it, don't mean I ain't coming out of it. Listen, just because I ain't coming out of a situation as fast as other people want me to come out of that situation doesn't mean I ain't coming out of that situation. Baby, I'm coming out. If it take me 4 years, I'm coming out. If it takes me 30 years, I'm coming out. Because guess what? Ain't no time frame on God delivering you and healing you. It's God's time frame. And guess what? We can't even imagine. We can't think. We don't know how God gonna move, when he gonna move, what he gonna do. We don't know any of that. All we know is we got to continue to work through. We got to continue to stay the course. Don't you give up prematurely. Stay the course. Keep on walking through your healing process. It's okay. People may not understand. It's okay. People may judge you. It's okay. Keep going. People may criticize you. Yep, let them talk, but you keep on going, because only you know how you are feeling in that situation. And only you know how bad and how important it is for you to come out of that situation. So don't let other people make you feel bad. Don't let other people stop you from going through that situation just because to them it's taking you a little longer to get out of that situation. And they feel like, well, I dealt with that and I came out in 3 months. Like, how is it 12 years later and you still in that situation? You ain't came out yet? Listen, we can go through the same things, but our process ain't going to be the same. All right. Maybe God is trying to show me something more in this situation. Maybe I didn't do something that I was supposed to do to learn the lesson that God wanted me to learn. So now I have tarried for 12 years in this situation because God is still working on me. I didn't get out of this situation as fast as you did. I didn't catch on as fast as you did, but it's not a race. This is my journey. You got your journey. And when we understand that during the healing process, my goodness, when we understand that we cannot cap a time on other people's healing journey and healing process, baby, the world is going to be such a better place. We are going to be able to show up for one another even more, like in ways that we've never been able to show up for one another, because we will then understand that, yeah, my sister may be going through something. She may have been in this storm for a long time, but that don't mean that she ain't coming out. I know my homegirl gonna come out. I know my homegirl gonna get over this, but how can I assist her and help her through her journey without making her feel guilty for how long she's been in this journey, without making her feel guilty for how long it's taken her to heal, without making her feel guilty for how long it's taken her to overcome this anxiety and depression? How can I be a resource to her? What can I tell her? What positive encouragement can I give to her to help push her towards overcoming? So I challenge you that if you have people in your life and they've been going through situations for a long time and you see that they are trying their hardest to come out of that situation, they are making the efforts. They ain't just sitting down, giving up, but they really working towards it. And you see it's taking them a little longer. Instead of you saying, dang, she's still going through that, offer them some encouragement. Go buy them a devotional. Go buy them a Bible. Buy them a pack of prayer cards. Buy them some resource or some tool that's going to help them overcome that situation that they are in. That's going to help push them to the finish line of that hurt that they are going through. We have to stop being so judgmental. And even though we don't mean to be judgmental, saying you still in that situation, that's being judgmental. Because what you mean, am I still in the situation? Yes, I'm still going through it. But it's okay because God still has his hands on me and God is still going to deliver me out of this situation. So I'm still going through it. But baby, guess what? God's still working. God is still working. So that is all I have for this episode. I pray that this episode blessed you so much. If it did, drop me a comment down in the comment section, leave a review, all of the things. So we're going to go ahead and drop in, close out with the Girl Just Heal mantra. And y'all know we're going to take a deep breath in and out. And that is just releasing all of the cares, all of the stress, the anxiety, the worry, the impatience. Like we releasing all of that off of us. If you've had a tough week or a tough last couple of days, maybe last night was rough for you, that deep breath is just releasing that and knowing that better days are coming. It's going to get better for you. This is not the end for you. You may still be in that situation, but this is not the end for you. You do have an expiration date to that trouble that you are going through, but you got to keep going through it. You got to keep fighting through it. You got to keep walking through it. You got to keep crawling through it. You got to keep running through it. Don't give up. Keep going through it. So let's close out with the Girl Just Heal mantra. And the Girl Just Heal mantra is, I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today, I choose to heal. I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today, I choose to heal. I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today, I choose to heal. So thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Girl Just Heal podcast. I'm your favorite homegirl, Neimoya Basden. And until we speak again, girl, just heal. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Girl Just Heal podcast. Be sure to connect with us on social media at Girl Just Heal. And if you need an extra dose of support during your healing journey, join our private Facebook community where we can continue to heal, grow, and evolve together.